Hi, I am S.A. McClure, and I am one of the featured authors in the Rogue Skies box set. I'm super excited to be doing the Netflix series book tag with you all today, and we're going to kick it off by talking about my most recent read. And so that would be The Girl Who Dared to Stand by Bella Forrest. And so that's the second book in the Girl Who Dared to Think series. And I absolutely love this series so far. It is about a post-apocalyptic world that is controlled by a computer. And so, with a twist, of course. And if you enjoy reading about characters who are coming of age and figuring out who they are in the world, but with some really epic action sequences, then this would definitely be a good series for you. Okay, so for the next category, that would be top picks. And for me, that was actually Cassandra Clare's Immortal Instrument series. And so I had so many people recommending this to me because I really enjoy reading urban fantasy coming of age stories. And so once I finally did, it was definitely worth it. The next category is recently added. And so for me, that would be Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Everyone who knows me knows that I love the color purple, and so the fact that that is the featured color of the cover is definitely a plus. In addition to that, I devoured this book, and so it follows a world where humanity is doomed, and there's all these different plot twists and things that kept me guessing all the way through, so it's definitely a good read. All right, so the most popular books that I think everyone should know about would definitely be the Stormlight Archives, again by Brandon Sanderson. This series is epic. There is so much world building happening. The characters are all unique and have their own voice. And the fact that it spans different locations and different time periods is fantastic. I absolutely adore this series, and it's definitely one of the more popular fantasy series out there right now. Another series that I think is absolutely fantastic and everyone should know about is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. And so again, epic fantasy. It starts off with a girl who thinks that she is only an assassin when she's so much more than that. And so I'd highly recommend it. Now, the two books that I haven't read that are also trending right now would be 50 Shades of Grey and Children of Blood and Bone. And so I'm really looking forward to reading the second one, but 50 Shades of Grey, just not for me. Up next, we have our comedy, and for this one, I chose Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. I mean, who couldn't love a story about an archangel and a demon trying to save the world from the apocalypse? Am I telling it right? Yeah. And so, the interplay between the characters is really intriguing and funny, and they get into a lot of shenanigans, and so I'm definitely looking forward to this series, or to this book also becoming a TV show in May. And for drama, can we talk about how much of a drama queen Bella is in Twilight? Okay, so I know that a lot of people love this series. I definitely read it when I was in high school. However, drama, everything with her has to be this huge big deal. I mean, she sat in her room for a whole book. Let that sink in. Drama. Okay, that's it. So a book that I would read and reread and reread over and over and over again would definitely be the Harry Potter series. And so for me, this is the epitome of my childhood, right? I was one of those kids that stayed up until midnight to do all of the releases, and I wouldn't stop reading the book, even no matter how tired I was. In fact, I read the 7th one in like under a day. That's a really thick book. But I've read this series so many different times. Where are my fellow Hufflepuffs at? Yes! Okay, so, yeah, that's it. So for the nonfiction category, I chose Freakonomics. And the reason I chose this is because it has a lot of statistics and it's humorous, and it makes you think about things in a way that you don't normally think about them. And so for me, it didn't actually feel like a nonfiction book, which is pretty good to do, and so I highly suggest it. So for action and adventure, I chose A Song of Ice and Fire. For me, this is because there are dragons, and there are zombies, and there's war, and none of the characters are safe. And although there are parts that get into the drama and the interplay between the characters, the fact that I am left always wondering who's going to die next, definitely action and adventure for me. And for the last category that I'm doing for this book tag, that will be the new release that I'm most looking forward to. And for me, that is the Harley Merlin Book 8 that is coming out in May. It is the penultimate book in the series, and I'm so excited to see what happens next with the titular character, Harley Merlin. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to tag your friends.